Moving on to something much more serious and very awesome that I guess a lot of users of these products have been asking for a while. I'm sure you, Eonlake, can attest to is song mode from Elektron on the Digitakt, Digitone, and the Syntakt. They added song mode, so we've got Ricky Tinez here who may be working for Elektron now, but here he is talking about song mode. So I'll just play a little bit.
And today I wanted to show you how you can save your pattern chains on Syntakt using song mode. First, let's activate song mode. Pressing or holding down the pattern menu button brings us to our song mode options. To edit our song, we'll have to first turn on song mode, and we do this by pressing yes. Now we'll press the right arrow to edit our song. With an empty song with no rows in it, we can press yes to create rows from a chain. If you already have a pattern chain that you like, you can go ahead and select from current chain. Or we can do this by my favorite way, which is from a new chain. We'll hit yes, and now all we need to do is select which patterns and how many times they play, and it'll automatically create a ton of rows for us. So we can say play 1 twice, then 2 and 3. Maybe we'll play 4 times, 5, 6, 5, 6. Press yes, and bam, we have all our patterns populated in this song.
So that's pretty cool. Quick way to... That reminds me of how the pocket operators work. As soon as you have the patterns you want, you hold the pattern button and you select whichever ones, however many times, and it'll just keep going through that. So if you select 1 3 times, then 2, and then 5, and then 7, then it'll go through that 1 3 times 2, 5, 7, 1 3, like it just keeps going through that. So it's pretty cool. What do you think? Is this something that is like a game changer for you as a Elektron user?
For me, I like the fact that you can name sections. You can do BPM changes, I think, in it, can't you?
I would think so, yeah. I mean, you can do per parameter, right, with the way their step sequencer works. So
it just makes it's changed my thinking a little bit. I mean, it's so much easier than pattern changing. It does look like a good implementation of it. I think it's huge, really, as far as a change. I think it makes a good product set that much more useful and in the real world. I'm pretty excited about it, and I don't say that normally. I'm thinking about live work and so on, and I'll be building a set soon, and my approach had been I want the computer to do all the sequencing, all the MIDI, but not the audio, and have hardware do the audio, mainly samplers, but maybe the odd synth voice as well. And this is actually making me think, well, could I ditch the computer really? Because, you've got 8 channels of audio plus 8 channels of MIDI on a Digitakt.
Yeah.
Plus,
how many notes per MIDI track? Is it 4? The polyphony?
Polyphony. Yeah, I think
I know the Syntakt, I think, is 4-note polyphony per MIDI.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I think I might still fall back to the laptop's going to do the MIDI stuff.
But if you're triggering samplers, you don't really need polyphony necessarily, because you could have one sample track playing a large amount of stuff.
Yeah. I'm thinking that the 404 and the black box together can do a lot.
The
all the big
is
samples on the black box, and the 404 can do all the busy work and all the small stuff and a load of effects and whatnot. So I just think it just gives you a lot more options. That little box you've got in front of you suddenly does a lot more, and I love it when people do this stuff.
Yeah.
When an update comes up that really.
And how old is the Digitakt?
It's got to be 7 years, something like that.
Yeah, and they added that overbridge. Now they add song mode. I mean, I know they also have a vested interest because the Syntakt is new. I'm sorry, say again.
Overbridge is I'm getting a bit of lag on it. I'm finding it hard to keep it really locked with other beats if I'm using other beats.
Okay.
Especially with the 404 and the Digitakt together.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I've got 8 channels of audio running over my USB cable. Nothing else is plugged in. It's not connected to my mixer or anything. It's really bloody useful when it works.
It's pretty cool. I mean, just the concept of it and the fact that they've executed it to a degree even is just incredible. To have 8 channels of audio through USB is just mind-blowing. So I hope to see that more because that's awesome. I mean, just imagine all the possibilities. You're not stuck to a stereo mix from that anymore. Now you have 8 channels or whatever. That's awesome.
It makes me wonder what you can do with parameter locking on MIDI channels.
Yeah.
Because I love that. I mean, I've had whole songs come out of parameter locking on this, taking piano samples and mangling them, just sequencing a beat.
Yeah.
And then changing pitches and the start points and everything.
Yeah.
I love doing stuff like that. So yeah, it's just, I'm very happy about it. I love it when people open up bits of kit for you like that and just make it that much more usable. It's like the last SB404 update.
Yeah, which we were talking about before, because I finally watched a video about what it does. And I was like, man, I got to stop sleeping on this, but I have to finish this live set because I don't want anything to get corrupted on the off chance when updating. But man, that step sequencer looks incredible. I can't wait to get that update. And the new form of chromatic, what is it, legato or whatever, that's crazy. Yeah. So maybe once I update it, I might maybe on my channel do a run through of some of the new stuff that I find useful or something, or we can do it on Audionautic if anybody wants to see some cool stuff you can do with the SP. Our podcast is on Apple Podcast and Spotify, and so if you like to listen to podcasts over there, you can head over to Audionautic on it. The links are also in the description, and if you'd be so kind as to leave a rating and or a review, it helps a ton and we appreciate it. And if you need some new music, check out the Audionautic radio playlist. That is also in the description. It's updated about every week. There's some really cool tracks on there, and if there's anything you want to submit, you can DM myself or the Audionautic Twitter and we'll give it a listen.
So yeah, thank you very much. See you next week. Take it easy.
Thanks for watching.